Hey everyone, welcome to the Movie Throne. I'm your host, the one and only King Kansas, here to bring you another movie review. Guys, I finally had the chance to watch A Quiet Place 2, so I'll be doing a movie review on A Quiet Place 2 that came out several months ago. I finally had the chance to sit down. I watched it on Amazon Prime streaming, and I finally had the chance to watch this very unique film, let's just say that. So let me, like always, guys, get into some of the details, do a little bit of a non-spoiler portion, and then I'll jump in and do my favorite parts of the film and if I liked it and why, if you should check it out yourself, right? Okay, guys, so this is the sequel to A Quiet Place. So it's A Quiet Place 2. It was released in 2020. 2020? I don't know. I thought it came out 2021 personally because of the delay of COVID and shit. Anyways, it's 14A. It's about an hour and 37 minutes, but actually an hour and 28 minutes, okay? I'll tell you guys right now. It's classified as a drama, horror, sci-fi thriller, just like the first one. And just like the first one, it's directed by John Krasinski. It stars Emily Blunt, Millicent, Simmonds, Cillian Murphy, John Krasinski for a little bit, Noah Jupe, Djimon Hansou. That's pretty much your cast, guys, okay? And Djimon was only in it for a little bit, too, as well, near the end, but pretty cool. Brief synopsis that they provided on IMDb, guys, okay? This is from them. It's not from the King. It's following the events of Home, the Abbott family now faces the terrors of the outside world and is forced to venture into the unknown. They realize that creatures that hunt by sound are not the only threats lurking beyond the sand path, okay? So it pretty much sums up the movie, guys. Non-spoilers here. So basically, it kind of gives us an explanation, you guys seen it in the trailer, of how it all begins and how the family immediately, and everybody else, guys, reacts to what the hell is going down. It kind of jumps to the present day after the events of what happened in the first film. And Emily Blunt and her three remaining kids, the little baby, her eldest son, and of course, what's her name, man? I can't remember her name. Regan, the one that has the hearing aid there, that came into play. They kind of reel and they kind of, they know they have to gather their stuff and basically leave because these creatures are going to hunt them down until there's no tomorrow. So they're trying to find a place, like somewhere safe, right? And Regan, the poor little girl who can't hear, she believes that somewhere near the sand path or something beyond the sand path, there's a safe haven that everybody's there because she keeps on hearing this stupid thing on the radio and she believes it's leading them to somewhere. And that's where they kind of bump into Cillian Murphy's character, and shit goes down. When I mean shit goes down, guys, just like the first one, holy crap does it go down. And just as suspenseful, you're on your toes, and you're like, oh my god, please don't make a sound, and whatever. But you get the same kind of feels as the first one. You got your oh shit moment, like, I'll just kind of like refer to, when Emily Blunt walks down the stairs and that nail goes through her and she can't scream. In this case, there's another scene like that I'm gonna say in the film that happens, and you're like, oh shit, they're dead. And basically, it's them going on the journey. The brave one, her daughter, wants to kind of find this place, so she kind of goes by herself, and Cillian Murphy is kind of like persuaded to go bring her back while Emily Blunt deals with her situation. She's running out of, certain supplies that she requires for not only for the little one, the baby, to kind of, because if you guys watch the first one, she hooks up an oxygen tank to and puts the little baby in the box so that she doesn't cry and they can be hunted down by these stupid ass creatures. But holy, so she's dealing with that. She's dealing with monsters, and then it's like two kind of separate little mini adventures that. Holy crap. And it's suspenseful. It is jaw-dropping. And the ending of the film, the way it ends, it ends on a high note. Let's just say that, right? And will there be another one, like a part 3? Perhaps. I think they left it open ended, but it gives you a little bit of hope that, hey, just maybe there's a way to actually survive these creatures. But even then, no one is safe, and oh my god, like, it is crazy. Just as good, well written as the first one. And my personal opinion, this is my own personal opinion, guys. This film is great. I would still tell you guys to check it out. I'll probably buy the damn thing on Blu-ray and add it to my collection. That's how good it is. The surprise element, for me personally, unfortunately, because we didn't know what to expect with the first film and the creatures and it being pretty much quiet for the last 3/4 or the 3/4 of the film, and then when the noise goes, it really picks up. You kind of know what to expect in here, so the surprise element kind of gets taken out. But I love the way that it ties into the first one. You know, I wanted more John Krasinski, but I understand why he wasn't in it, a lot. I'll just tell you guys that. New characters introduced, pretty cool, and how Cillian Murphy kind of like relates to the family, which is pretty cool. But yeah, it's like, an hour and 30 minutes, perfect length. You don't need it longer than that, I can tell you guys right there, because I'm telling you, I think it would have been doing it a disjustice. And, if it kind of prolonged it, it was just enough, good enough, whatever. I just don't know what they're going to do next. That's the thing, but I'm pretty sure John Krasinski is going to end up doing something to make things happen because, because of COVID, whatever, I think it would have still been a big hit. But for me personally, because the surprise element, the cat's pretty much let out of the bag, guys, you're not as much surprised when shit goes down. Like, you kind of expect things are going to happen, and you know how they're going to happen because of how the monsters react and shit. But other than all, pretty damn good. It comes very close to the first one, and if anything, it's on par. But just because, like I said, the surprise element, the first one, my experience with the first film was more impactful to me personally than this one was. But it's just as good. It's a good sequel. And usually sequels suck from the originals. It lives up to its, predecessor. But in my opinion, the first one, I enjoyed it more because I didn't know what to expect personally. So there you go, guys. That is my movie review on A Quiet Place 2 starring Emily Blunt and Cillian Murphy. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Okay, now let's do some spoilers, okay? What did I like about it? And give you a couple of details before I go. I don't want to talk forever because it's not a long film. Wow. The opening scene that helps us get an explanation of how and when these monsters arrived and how the people reacted. Holy shit. The way Cillian Murphy's character kind of like knows the family, and the way shit goes down, and all of a sudden these creatures show up and wreak havoc, and they're kind of scrambling to survive, and a lot of people die in that town. Holy shit. You find out, it pretty much, that's the opening scene. That's the only thing you see of John Krasinski is that part. They revisit certain parts of the movie, like, the cross where they have the whole, little memorial to the kid that they lost, in the first film, and John Krasinski himself. From getting supplies, baby in the box again with the oxygen tank just to keep it quiet and stuff. There's an oh shit moment. The oh shit moment in this one is, it doesn't happen to Emily Blunt, but it happens to her, eldest son. He actually gets his foot caught in a steel trap, and holy shit, I thought he lost his leg. The screams, and then those creatures coming, and then using, what they learned in the first one with the big sound with the hearing aid piece to kind of whatever. Holy shit. The girl, the deaf daughter with the hearing aid, she can hear a little with the hearing aid, but what a brave one. She pretty much, I think, shined in this one. Let's just say that she was brave. Cillian Murphy's character is cool, how you meet up with him later, and he's gonna get questioned, like, why did you come and help us, and all this bullshit, and he lost a son and his wife, and people react differently, guys, but holy shit, those monsters were just as vile. A little bit smarter in this one, but a lot, like some chase scenes, going through tunnels, the water tricks that they don't hear you and all this crap. Emily Blunt being Emily Blunt, like, pretty much being one tough cookie, taking things out with her and her kids, kind of trying to find this sacred passage past this sand place there. It's pretty much a damn island that they could perhaps, find refuge and be safe there. Because apparently these creatures can't swim. They drown. So there's a whole bunch of these people that kind of pretty much are on there. And the girl was right the whole time. And Cillian Murphy's character didn't believe her, but they end up going there. And of course, a boat somehow floats over there and wreaks havoc there. And she ends up finding this broadcast booth that she can use her hearing aid to kind of like broadcast the sound at the same time, go after all the monsters and kind of do the same thing that it did in the first one. You got Emily Blunt and whatever looking for supplies, and then shit goes down bad, of course, and they get locked up. The poor kid's running out of the tank, just trying to get pain medication and all that shit for him because he knows he's gonna be in trouble and she doesn't want to lose him. So you got those two battling a creature that's trying to kill him at the same time as what do you call it? I keep on forgetting her name. Regan, the girl. And Cillian Murphy's character, they're in two different separate places and they're being attacked by these things, and it's kind of cool, a cool moment that you see both kids kind of standing up and taking charge and taking out these monsters and being brave for once. Emily Blunt got a good chunk out of her by one of those creatures. They're hiding in the little fucking tunnel, whatever the hell you want to call it, pipe or something, and it pretty much ends like that, them saving the day, and then it kind of goes from there. And I don't know if there's going to be a third part, probably, to tell you the truth. And I don't think John Krasinski is going to be in this one unless they're going to get certain little details and flashbacks of them, at the early stages of the, from the first one that we didn't see kind of thing. But it was excellent. I know he didn't want to do a second one or start into, but he did. Expected more. Even Djimon, Hansou's character, he was one of the guys on the island. He was only there not even 2-3 minutes, but... Short film, 1 hour and 30 minutes, and that's good enough. You didn't need to be long enough because how much are you going to go through a train and these monsters attacking and making noises and putting your ass in risk pretty much. And you can only repeat the same mistakes over and over, and it gets repetitive and boring, in my personal opinion. But just as impressive as the first one, well written. John Krasinski knocked that out of the park. Like I said earlier in the video, just as good as the first one, but if I had to give a nod to either this one or the first one, it'd be the first one because it's the surprise element. You didn't know what to expect in the first film. This one, you know exactly what to expect and how the monsters react and what you're not supposed to do and shit like that. The surprise element was taken out of the bag pretty much, guys. The first one. That's why I would have to side with the first one than this one, but both are just as good. It's a good continuation of the story. I don't know if it's going to be a trilogy, but... there you go. I loved it. I would recommend you guys checking it out for yourself. If you guys check it out, go in the comment section. Give me your thoughts after you watch the movie yourself, or if you already seen it, because I'm probably one of the last persons on the face of the earth that had a chance to see this damn film. But I liked it. I enjoyed it. I recommend for all you guys to check it out. So there you go, guys. That's my movie review on A Quiet Place 2 starring Emily Blunt and Cillian Murphy and the rest of the cast. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, share, and subscribe. Check out my other content right here on the Movie Throne. Check out new reviews coming your way here and there. We're going to probably be back sometime next month. There's going to be a little bit more, a few good changes and I think improvements that you guys are going to like. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. And, of course, the podcast outlaws when I get to that eventually. But trust me, we'll be back. Season 4, Volume 4, that'll kick off. I would say mid to late September, we'll be back, and we'll be consistent. We'll be here on a regular basis with movie reviews and maybe some other cool content. We'll see. We'll see how what the future brings and stuff, and who will be involved in all that shit. So I'm working on something. Let's just say that, guys. But check out the other content. Stay off my throne. I'll see you guys where? Right here on the Movie Throne with some more reviews whenever that happens. So until then. Be the hell good. Go check out this movie.